Hey everybody, Jory's here, and I have not uploaded a YouTube video in several months on both my second channel and my main channel. So I'm really doing a good job on progressing on this whole trying to become a YouTuber thing, right? You know, my whole like dream since I was 6 years old in 2013, where for some reason I wanted to be a YouTuber because okay, my very first thoughts were that I thought being a YouTuber would be fun. I didn't have the concept of money understood at first grade, but I still wanted to be a YouTuber. But here's the like other thing. I also understood that like wanting to be a YouTuber was simultaneously one of the most embarrassing things you could tell to people. So I never told anyone that I wanted to be a YouTuber even at 6 years old. So every time someone like asked like, "Hey, like what do you want to be when you grow up?" Because that's of course a question that they're asking the like 5-year-olds. Oh, I got a high class Archfiend dice. I'm not gonna I will not be rolling that. Do not get it twisted. I will not gamble. Do not gamble. Don't gamble. I have to say that because... Okay, here's the thing. I used to... I know I'm getting on a completely different thought. I will get back to the YouTube, like, thinking thoughts that in like a second. But, here's the thing. I remember... You know how, like, YouTubers have, like, catchphrases, right? Like, I think my catchphrase has kind of become just, "Hey, everybody, Jory's here," which is a... You know, that one's kind of it's a bit of a psyop because the whole point of that is to just get people to realize that my name is pronounced Jory's. That's like the main, that's the main thing. That's all it's really about. But you know how like, PewDiePie has like Brofist, Jacksepticeye top in the morning. I was thinking my catchphrase initially back in 2023, my catchphrase would be, keep gambling, never surrender. And I would say this frequently in game too, as like a little bit of a joke. And then one day I said this, and I saw a guy who was a lot poorer than me, actually inside the Crimson Isles. This took place not in the Smoldering Tomb, but just where Spawn was. And this guy was rolling an Archfiend dice, not rolling it actually. He just had an Archfiend dice, and I looked at it and I said, "Hey, keep gambling, never surrender." And you want to know what that guy did? He started gambling. And he did it for like 5 minutes, and he lost so much money. And I just stood there in horror as I watched him lose money. I remember him typing in chat like, I lost like 15 million coins trying to get this. I'm trying to get my money back. And I watched it. I was basically, it's like in The Great Gatsby where the main character is basically just watching Gatsby ruin his life as he does like basically nothing about it. That's what I was doing right there. And similar to the main character of that book that I didn't actually read The Great Gatsby. I'm gonna be honest. I used to spark notes in order to get a summary, in order to write an essay about it. I'm really good at bullshitting. All right. Here's the thing. That's like part of like half the thing about like making these like live commentary videos is that you have to be really good at just saying absolutely nothing, but you have to say so much as well. And that skill transferred over perfectly to school and education, because I was just capable of typing up like whole entire essays where they could be summarized in like 2 sentences, but I make them in like 400 sentences instead. And that's what the school wanted. They wanted me to make it a 400 sentence essay. I'm running out of water. I'm gonna die too! Okay. See, I don't make edits in these videos. I usually just upload them raw without cutting anything. So, anytime I make a mistake, I immediately have to restart the recording. But we're not restarting the recording right now. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that anytime, oh, I cocooned my Slayer boss. This is super cool, guys. I spent like 5 billion on this equipment, by the way. I just want to let people know. And I'm definitely not gonna make that money back. It's not 5 billion, by the way. It was like maybe like 3 or 4 billion. But I'm not making that money back. Anyways, yeah, I'm really good at just saying absolutely nothing when just saying so much and saying so little at the same time. That's how I'm gonna word that. Anyways, I have completely forgotten about what I was talking about. This is the most frustrating thing ever. I don't know. Well, now I have to like backtrack. I was talking about The Great Gatsby. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so I didn't read The Great Gatsby. Anyways, I watched this guy who just rolled this Archfiend dice and lost so much money because I basically told him to. And that man, I just watched in horror. I saw him ruin his life, and after he started talking about like, man, I've lost so much money, I did this funny command called /hub, and I left, and I did not see that guy ever again. I don't know what happened to him, but afterwards I've decided that I should not have the catchphrase "keep gambling, never surrender" because that could legitimately ruin someone's life. So, anyways, do not gamble. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, no, but in seriousness, don't actually. You know, I'm playing this as a bit, but like. Well, I don't know you. I mean, you make your own calls. So what I will say is that you should probably accept sometimes that you might gamble. You might have like a huge gambling session and you might end on a loss, all right? And you don't have to go like, oh, I've lost so many times, I have to end on a win. No, you got to cut it there because that's how they get you to lose even more, right? It's not going to be a good feeling. You just got to you got to tap out, all right? You got to know when to quit. That's the main lesson to be told there. Anyways, the second lesson to be told is that Blaze Slayer gives me carpal tunnel. And I've been doing Blaze Slayer this whole time. In fact, I've been doing it for the past 6 minutes. That's actually bullshit. I've been doing it for the past... How long have I been doing it for? Okay, so I've been doing it for more than 30 minutes. Alright, I did not know I ran out of Wisps ice-flavored... Who comes up with these names, by the way? Okay, well, the answer is Mini Clunan. He's not... You know, he's the genius behind the exceedingly rare Ender artifact upgrader and the gyrokinetic wand. I don't know where he comes with... Well, he's not a SkyBlock developer anymore, but he always came up with, like, the weirdest names, man. Like, what? Blaze Tech Ham Radio. What? Actually, that's kind of like that honestly, that's like the anti-point. I'm honest, that's not... It's not really that weird. Okay, well, whatever. There's a lot of weird names in SkyBlock. I just can't think of it right now. And I know damn well you've experienced this issue too, when like you know something is true for a fact and it happens like a ton, but you can't like think of an immediate example right now because of how often it happens. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? And I know that there is a lot of weird names in SkyBlock, like the Soul S Award, the Soul SEO Award. I don't even know what it's pronounced. Look at the recipe, like the fucking recipe. I'm gonna prove my point right now. I can't even type it. Look at it. What is this? What is this recipe? Like, what are we doing? Also, why did they make the summoning eye just like a slightly bigger Ender eye for the SkyBlock resource pack? I mean, okay, I guess. I actually like the SkyBlock resource pack. Everyone wanted to kill the admins for making it, even though they made it like perfectly clear, like, hey, the SkyBlock resource pack, it's gonna be optional. Like, you don't, well, not optional, but like you're gonna have you can add like an overlay in the mods to override the texture, so you don't have to deal with them. And then everyone was like, we need to kill the admins for forcing this texture pack onto us. Which, I mean, they're not like entirely wrong. They did force the texture pack onto us, but they made it perfectly clear you could just use a mod to bypass it, which is what immediately happened. That's what, like, someone made a mod to bypass the texture pack. And then everyone who like didn't like it just started using that. Why was this such like a huge issue? Now I mean, I already went in depth on I argued on the Hypixel forums. That was that's a thing I should never do again. Don't go on the Hypixel forums. I do not recommend it. That's probably, you know, for a while I used to think that the Hypixel forums was actually like the like worst like quote unquote social media. I don't really know if it counts as social media. Twitter is absolutely the worst now. It's not even close. Obviously, I mean, do I have to explain that? No, I don't. You know what I'm talking about. You know why Twitter's a lot worse. It is infinitely worse, but I think the Hypixel forums have always kind of been terrible, at least from my experience, and but it doesn't seem like anyone else likes it outside of it, which, I mean, you know, it makes sense. The Hypixel SkyBlock community is like predominantly, at least my assumption. Who the fuck is using the Midas staff here? What are you doing here, man? Get out. This is my lobby. No, I'm just kidding. You can be here, man. I don't care. Actually, why is this guy using the Midas staff? Can we do like a little interview? Nah, I cocooned my Slayer boss. I can't do it. Oh, it's an Iron Man. No, you know, never mind. That's fair. Iron Man player using Midas staff. That's completely fair. I don't blame. Why is Clerk Seraphine calling me? Hello? I didn't pick it up. Someone typed GG in chat. I don't know what happened. Something happened? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, let's get back on topic. So, let's talk about the Blaze Slayer giving me 500 hand issues. So that was the original topic I was supposed to talk about, like maybe like 5 minutes ago, that I completely avoided. My feet are completely numb because I've been sitting in a degenerate position. The benefit of not having a face cam is that you can do that. The downsides is that you'll get injured, which is what just happened to me. Now my foot feels weird. Hey, viewer, think about that. My foot feels weird right now. Imagine that in your head. Oh, I just cocooned my Slayer boss again. What are the odds of that? Like 1 in 100? Probably not, but anyways. So I got an ergonomic mouse like 7 hours ago at this point, and I have got to say this has been, well, at least my first impressions is that this is kind of a game changer. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I assumed prior to this that it wouldn't change much, because it absolutely would, because the big issue is that okay, well, I don't know what hand issue I have. I've always kind of assumed, or like defaulted to saying I have carpal tunnel. I don't actually know if I have carpal tunnel. It's just kind of like the default gaming injury that everyone always talks about. You know, I distinctly remember back, like, when I first started getting these handed. I need to empty my inventory out before I drop, like, an archery dice, and I'm not gonna get it. But I remember distinctly, like I initially, there's a whole entire saga to me getting these hand injuries, and I don't want to get into it right now. But, like, 5 years ago, when this was all initially happening, I remember looking up, like, you know, carpal tunnel stretches to try and prevent the injury. Here's the thing, I did that way too late. I already, like, pretty much permanently damaged my hand up until that point, so it was kind of it was a bit in vain. But I remember reading the comment section on the YouTube video that was like teaching you how to do this like physical therapy exercise, and like all the people in the comments were complaining like, yeah, I know where you are from. I'm gonna break the fourth wall and say that you and we both love playing Osu, and that's why we're here trying to not get injured, because we're all getting carpal tunnel, because we're all Osu players. And I was just sitting there like the only Hypixel SkyBlocky and going, what the hell is Osu doing to people? What is going on? Is it that's the thing that's giving people carpal tunnel? What? Anyways, Osu players, you can eat shit, because I don't think an ergonomic mouse is gonna help you. At least actually, maybe it would. I don't know. I've never played Osu, but I've always seen people playing it with like their like drawing tablets. So I just kind of assumed that an ergonomic mouse wouldn't do like too much there. So don't listen to me if you're an Osu player and you have like hand injuries. Anyways, the first point I should be making is to take care of your hands. Well, I mean, all around, take care of yourself. You know, generic. Please take care of yourself. Don't die. Be healthy. Stretch. You know, and also like take care of like your mental health too, because that's like very important as well. I mean, I honestly argue that's probably more important than physical health, but because if you have bad mental health, then it can like horribly affect your physical health, I think. I don't know. I feel like I sound like I'm power scaling. Like what's like worse, bad mental health or bad physical? I'm not. Take care of both. Okay, that's the summary here. But the second summary is that after going through this like hand injury saga, I've always liked playing Hypixel SkyBlock Slayers, and the problem is that these things are the literal reason I have injured my hand to begin with, and I think a lot of the reasoning was. Probably because my hand position was just not good, or well, the default hand position, the default mouse position, the one that you're probably using right now, it's not. Well, I guess if you're stupid, it's not good for you. It's probably perfectly fine for you. You don't need to get an ergonomic mouse if you don't need to. But I after like getting like 700 injuries to my like hand, wrist, I don't even know finger. I genuinely don't know. I have not been able to. Unfortunately, I've not been able to. I'm ignoring my own advice here of taking care of your physical health, because I've not been able to actually see a doctor to get all of this things sorted out. But okay, technically I did see a doctor like 5 years ago, but their conclusion back then was to, hey, don't play video games for more than 2 hours, which is like, okay, that's kind of a ridiculous number for if you're an elite gamer like myself. But here's the thing, I actually followed that advice. And then literally nothing happened. It did not improve, and I was not like using my hand at all. So I think it was already a little too late by then. But anyways, I haven't been able to get a true proper diagnosis and everything. But the ergonomic mouse, it's been helping a lot. See, this is what I meant by earlier, that I'm really good at like saying absolutely nothing, but saying so much, because the real conclusion of that entire like rant is that I think ergonomic mouse is like the one, at least the ones that make it so your hand is in like a handshake position. I think they're pretty good. At least, I don't know. I've been experiencing this for a total of like 3 hours, so I don't know. Maybe my opinion will change. Actually, like, if you're getting to this part and you're genuinely wondering, like, because I'm assuming this is probably not going to be a video seen by many people until, like, I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit egotistical, but, like, in, like, a few years, when presumably my main channel actually has uploads and videos, and I'm actually, you know, maybe having, like, more people watch the second channel videos as a result, where they're not Hypixel SkyBlockians, or SkyBlock. Skyblocker sounds like that one makes more sense. I'm not gonna say no, I'll cycle between the two terms. I'll say Skyblockian and Skyblocker. We're gonna dual wield. It's like the Slay the Spire 2 card, dual wield. Which, yes, it is in the game. Dual wield is in the legacy relic pile. It's I don't think I've ever gotten it. So there's that, I guess. Anyways, yeah. In conclusion, yeah, ergonomic mouse. That's pretty cool. Did I talk about the OBS settings today? I don't remember. I've done like 5 separate recordings where I tried to start talking about the OBS like settings that I tried to do today to try and make the video quality better, and then I don't think I achieved that. I'm just gonna assume I talked about it, and if I didn't, then everything I'm saying here makes no sense. But anyways, Raven Guard is coming out tomorrow, and I will be making I need to drink water. You know, everyone on the count of 3. I just spilled water on my 3, 2, 1. I hope that didn't sound weird. I'm not gonna watch this video back, by the way. Here's the thing, I've had this fear, which I'm not doing a good job of quelling, which is that my, like for whatever reason, like, I record a video, and then, like, all of a sudden, I upload that video, and, like, apparently in the video, like, my IP address showed up, my credit card, I don't know why I thought my brain just automatically assumed that the Blaze guy was spawning in, and it just wasn't. Because instead, it was this bastard Vanquisher. Remember when people used to care about Vanquishers? Yeah, exactly. No one cares about these guys anymore. You can buy Nether Stars for, like, $2 on the... Actually, how much is it? Well, give me, like, 5 seconds, alright? 5, 4, 3. You didn't even need to give me 5 seconds. All right, they're worth 17,000 coins each. They're actually useless. They are worth nothing. You do not. The Nether Stars are very. They do not mean much. They used to be the most valuable currency in the Crimson Isle, like 4 years ago. Now they're worthless. Anyways, what was I talking about before? Oh yeah, Raven Guard is coming out tomorrow. I'm probably gonna just make a single video about it. Okay, here's my, like, preliminary thoughts. I think it looks interesting. It's cool that they're actually doing stuff with the latest version of Minecraft. I'm just gonna start selling these things. It's cool they're doing the stuff with the latest version of Minecraft. I'm sorry, I kind of get turned off at the idea that it is PvP. Like, it's a PvEVP game. And I don't know, man. Listen, I turned to 19 and immediately I started acting like an old man who did not want to... Well, part of the reason behind this is because I have like 700 hand injuries and I can no longer PvP like I used to. Not to say that I was like a great PvPer prior, but well, let's just say in the old Roblox Phantom Forces lobbies back in like 2015, I would annihilate those children. And I was a kid myself, so it was impressive, alright? Don't discount my, like... You cannot discount my skills because it's like, oh, you were fighting like 10-year-olds. It's like I was like 2015. I was 8 years old, alright? So that was actually really impressive. Also, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Phantom Forces. I'm pretty sure at the time it was actually Call of Robloxia I was playing, but actually I wasn't good at Call of Robloxia though. I actually barely played Call of Roblox. Man, I don't know if anyone even knows what I'm talking about at this point. Whatever. The point is, I'm just not super into like PvP games, at least like high stress ones. I'm fine with something like Team Fortress 2, which has gotten 0 updates in the past like almost 10 years now. So that's I mean, I guess they have the Man vs. Machine update coming out soon, which I've never played MVM. So that's I have to say I don't think I mean, I care in the sense that Team Fortress 2 is getting an update. I don't care in the sense that I've never played MVM and I don't have friends to play MVM with. So that doesn't work now, does it? This recording is 20 minutes long. What the hell? Okay, we were wrapping up this video right after this boss ends. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna record a Raven Guard video probably tomorrow, and yeah, that's what's like a little outro I can do. I could just end the video right now, and I can just not